Coming off a really busy week of board meetings. It was great having everybody in. All our board of directors were in and had a lot of topics that we covered. One in particular was the National Western Stock Show and the Cattlemen's Congress. As we look forward, the board chose to recognize the Cattlemen's Congress as a Super ROV show in 2022. That's also where we'll be holding our National Angus Bull Sale. Of course, be recognizing their pen and carload shows that they have planned for 2022. At the same time, we will also be recognizing the National Western Stock Show in Denver as a Super ROV show. Of course, they will have their traditional pen and carload shows, and we believe we've got a schedule that will be put together that both events can coexist, and we're looking forward to having both of those great events in January next year. One of the discussions the board's been engaged on since last fall is around our dependence of investment income to balance our budgets, for the association in particular. We're really fortunate in that we do have very strong reserves. Of course, a number of those reserves in our investment portfolio are restricted and go towards the great work of funding scholarships and so forth. But as we continue to look at continuing growing costs and inflation and things around credit card fees and the additional expenses of operating the association, the board did choose to raise registration fees by $5 across every age category. This is the first time that registration fees have been touched in nearly 40 years. Of course, no one was excited about raising fees. The board just felt that was necessary for the long-term financial sustainability of the association and allow us to continue to offer premium programs and premium services to our membership. Like every board meeting, we have a lot of topics around the genetic evaluation, around advancing the Angus breed. We provided an update to the board around our inventory-based AHIR reporting. We've had really just great uptake and compliments to our breeders that have gotten involved and enrolled. We're up nearly 100,000 females that are a part of the inventory-based reporting program now, and excited about the opportunities that provides us as an association to collect more data that is so important to developing selection tools around cow longevity. And our AGI research team gave us an update on the research that's underway to develop that longevity EPD for our members. We've also had ongoing discussion at the board level of how do we recognize those animals and those breeders that have turned in actual data and actual phenotypes. And so we looked at some different options to highlight and to recognize those animals that if they've had, say, specific birth weight or ultrasound record or potentially a foot score turned in. So we're going to be bringing some more ideas in front of the board for them to consider in future board meetings. The board got a first look at the work that our communications team has been doing on designing a new national ad campaign. And really the focus is about driving home the value of the registration paper. We know that there's a bit of almost Angus confusion out in the marketplace when it comes to registered Angus bulls versus non-registered commercial Angus bulls, even some that are carrying some genomic tests or even some EPDs. And we want to make sure that our campaign is really focused on that. We've heard that from our members to make sure that we're out there helping promote and differentiate the value of the registered Angus bull to the commercial producer. The sales season is really off to full swing, and even though we've had some tough weather conditions throughout for so many of our members, boy, it really hasn't cooled the sales season off. We're seeing bull sales that are averaging close to $700 over where we were last year, so just some tremendous strength out there in the demand for registered Angus bulls. We see some tremendous strength in our registered Angus female demand as well. So demand is strong. Commercial producers are definitely recognizing the value of a registered Angus bull to their operation. We've got a really fun milestone that we're going to be coming up on here in March. We will cross the 20 millionth registration, so 20 million animals that registered into the American Angus Association herd book. So a pretty incredible milestone, just such a compliment to the breeders of Angus cattle, their commitment to the breed registry. Be watching our social channels here in March for the day that we cross that threshold. We're starting to get some sunshine and some warm days here in St. Joseph, so we're hoping that great weather is going out to all of our members. We know there's been some really tough weather that our breeders have been dealing with out there. You guys have been in our thoughts and our prayers as you work through those tough conditions, and we're sure looking forward to some great spring weather, some great spring sale seasons, and continuing on with a really successful calving season.